Hello, my children. Hello, my little kitties. Reed Williams here. Well, this paint job on this car is done after all these years, taking a long time to do it. This is a at-home paint job. Just goes to show what you can do if you try. This is Nason single-stage urethane. The hood had a lot of trash in it, so I buffed it out, and the trunk lid as well. I wasn't going to buff it, but I ended up buffing it, and it turned out well. You can get all of the trash out of it if you have enough thickness of paint. So every time you put a layer of paint on your color, every time you put a layer on, don't trap dirt underneath it. If you do, sand it, put another layer on. This is about 4 or 5 coats, and the buffing process probably took 1 coat off of it. Total cost on this paint job is probably, material-wise, is probably $1,500. The green by itself was $1,500. Supplies probably $200 or $300, primer and whatnot. So, you know, when someone gives you an estimate $3,000 for a paint job, that's a pretty good deal. I'm sure that I spent more in dollars and time, because my time is valuable too, than spent more than I would have paid if I had it professionally painted. But I wanted to paint it myself. So here it is. This is conifer. This is not British Racing Green. This is conifer. This is a darker, and I think a little more bluer than British Racing Green, which to my mind, is a little more yellowish. Anyway, what do I have left to do? I've got the dashboard to do. Really, it's wiring. So wiring all the various gauges and whatnot. Put the fuses in the fuse box. Hook up all the lighting, and then start the thing up. I have a convertible top from Moss. I'm very unhappy with it. It's a little bit too big. It's too long. This area here is going to dive way underneath the edge of the bow right here. I've got about that much too much, and somehow I can't get the back window tensioned the way I want it. Now this isn't installed. This is clipped on the back. I haven't glued it on the front. I just don't have the confidence that it's going to look right, and I've been waiting to see if I can think up some reasons for it, and maybe some solutions. For those who haven't been following me real closely, I had Sam Heikius build me an engine a year ago, 2 years ago I'm one-handed, in December, and I think by the end of January or early February he had died of cancer. So this has got a Sam Heikius engine in it. I normally do my own engine rebuilds, but I wanted Sam to do this one. It's a very nice product from him, of course. The hobby's going to miss him dearly. He was a successful campaigner in competitive racing, a good engine builder, and a hell of a guy. So I have a little bit of Sam that I'm going to take with me. I built a custom-made radiator shroud out of thin aluminum. I got a brand new radiator shroud, but it was so cheap, I didn't want to use it, so I built a shroud. This has got the Reed Williams custom-made transmission hump and drive shaft cover. It makes a tremendous difference in the stiffness of the vehicle. Anyway, so here she is in all of her glory. I hopefully will be driving this thing in something like 2 weeks or so. We'll see. I've been feeling pretty good here recently. May have yet another operation on this cancer deal, but that's going to be sometime after Thanksgiving. So I'm going to keep doing what I normally do and let the experts handle it. Some of this stuff you see on here is just not getting the buffing compound off. I bought an inexpensive buffer from Amazon, and I'm not a professional buffer, body shop guy, but here it is. And you know, it seems to be good enough. I bought a Harbor Freight unit and it was so horrible I never used it. As a matter of fact, I was so upset with it I threw it away. I'm using a McGuire. After sanding down to 3,000, I'm using a McGuire product. I'm using this, and it says it'll remove 1,200 scratch. I'm removing 3,000 scratch, and when it comes to buffing, I got to tell you something, boy, it's a labor of love. So this is sanded down to 3,000 and then buffed. Is there trash in it still? Sure, there's a defect here and there, but not very many. I think in this hood I have one defect. So that's 5 layers of paint, making sure that you don't bury, trash in between the layers. And then when you buff, the trash is on the top, and you're able to buff it off. So here it is. Well, listen, I hope you're having good luck on your projects, and I'll give you an update when this thing's running. Thanks. Bye.